you're not looking out for a hero for a heroine, because this time you are watching this show for the story.
It's just 20 episodes. It's not that we've made 100 episodes, so रोज एक episode आएगा, right?
The story is so. The crazy part about the story is it is so simple.
Initially they were like, oh my god, why would Tara do that to Shiva? And in the next episode when they watched, they were like, oh my god, our sympathy is with Tara.
Hi everyone, this is Kunal Kothari. You're watching me on IWMBuzz, and with me are people who are so beautiful and gorgeous, but they are doing some really dark stuff right now. And of course, we are talking about Surbhi Jyoti and Zayn Ibad Khan, and I know you've already been seen it, but if not, please watch it. Gunaah on Disney Hotstar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I have to ask the first question, because everybody has the recall value with television, okay, and especially with the two of you, right? So I have to ask you, what has been the response purely? I'm sure everybody sent good things and everything, you're good, everything, but yaar, itna dark to I don't think zyada aadat aapke followers and fans ko bhi hai. You've gone pretty crazy in one way or another. Has there been some sort of an outrage from some of those crazy fans so far?
No. It's very surprising for me also that they are supporting and loving my character, because I think the fans, what they want to see, they want to see a good work from their favorite actor. They really want to see the actor also growing and doing better work, because they are also growing with us, right? Yeah. So the character that I'm playing, she's a very girl next door, and she's doing whatever the circumstances are forcing her to do, and they're understanding it. Yeah. Initially they were like, oh my god, why would Tara do that to Shiva? And in the next episode when they watched, they were like, oh my god, our sympathy is with Tara. Now we know why she's doing whatever she's doing. So I think the audiences is also like, evolved. They are very intelligent people.
Zen, for you also, because you're here, there, everywhere. Right now you are doing television, you just had a show launch, you are there on web, you've been on web for a while. It's crazy. I think, there are this intersection of worlds in a way. How has it been for you so far?
I have been, I'm just, blessed that I am getting the opportunity to, explore all the genres, and I'm just, loving the, loving this lifestyle that I'm able to, do justice to that part of my life as well, and I'm just doing, my creative satisfaction here as well. And about that dark thing, so for that, because the great part about doing a web show is that you will get a lot of time to digest and get into the skin of the character, to live that character. So I think we got ample time for that, and we literally tried to make it as natural as possible. So even while we were shooting now, so what happens in TV, I'm not talking about any actor, but it happens that the moment the director says action, you start breathing differently. But while we were doing this show, it was just the way we were talking, the director will say action, then we'll start talking like this only, because that's how you try to make it as natural as possible.
Correct.
So it's been a great journey for me from for Gunaah, and also this was my comeback on Hotstar. I was so excited. So yeah, it's been fun, yeah.
Absolutely. And because I mentioned that you're there everywhere, have you somehow managed to lure her back? Ke yaar, tumhara bhi bahut time ho gaya abhi. Because I'm not kidding. Surbhi Jyoti fans, I still get messages, I still get stuff. It's been a while. Where is she? Why is she not on television yet?
I have just asked her, why aren't you coming back?
It's not a planned move. It's just that I've told this before also, that I want to do good roles, be it on any platform. And for me, nothing changes. Like, it's not that I'm doing anything different on television. I'm just playing my character.
Right.
Be it on any platform, just give me a good role and I'll play it.
Correct.
I don't mind television at all. I am whatever I am just because of that, and I've done 2 of the most popular shows.
Absolutely.
And that is, that's another thing I want to say, that after doing such a big character, such a big show, it is very tricky to choose some other character. Like she was there in Kabul Hai, and after that I'm sure you must have been having a tough time to choose like what to do next. Same thing happened with me after Ashikana.
For the sake of it, like,
I don't know what should I do now, because there were plenty of shows coming. I don't know what to do now, because obviously you have to maintain that that level of
my point is I wanted to do something different, like after Kabul when I did Nagin, of course it was absolutely different. And now Tara is so different that it is so satisfying to play this character.
And Tara and Shiva, those kind of people that you have never seen on Indian television or any other web show on India.
Perfect, fantastic. And you know, because there were conversations about Kashmir earlier as well, and I had an interview with him. He was just heading out for filming, and super fun guy. We've had
absolutely
as you have already mentioned. But the reason I mention him is that, you know, because I had to ask, okay, because he's working with you guys for the first time, especially with you. And he just said the most amazing thing, कि यार with Surbhi na there is no icebreaker.
That's like, what I said in my previous
interview.
There's
no icebreaker, and I can literally tell her anything, and I know that she'll not feel bad about it. And he's had the most comfort, and he said it for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, you know, it would be likewise, but I have to know, because you mentioned that, you know, it took him a while to open up. Otherwise. But what's the kind of, you know, thing that you saw about him that, okay, यार ये फिर अभी अलग ही बंदा हो गया पूरी तरह से?
See, I'll tell you what, I cannot work very comfortably if I'm not comfortable with the person that I'm working with. Like, you know, it's very mechanical otherwise, that I'm okay with Shiva, but I'm not okay with Zayn. Mujhse personally, like, you know, before the interview we spoke, and now I'm comfortable talking to you.
Correct.
Right? It's my forte to talk to strangers, but I need to get that vibe.
Right.
So Kashmir had that vibe, but mujhe aisa lagta tha that sometimes people just hesitate to approach. He was little hesitant. And then I just told him that, come on, yaar, baat karte hai. Tu bhi Gemini hai, main bhi Gemini hai. Some random things only I just told him. Then let's just talk. And of course, then we were comfortable, and then we can talk about anything and everything.
Absolutely. And you know, everybody's been talking about, you know, this whole episodic format. Sometimes they have weekly running out. Gunaah doesn't have that. Gunaah has a daily
drop.
They've been trying, you know, other platforms have also been trying, which is fine. But there have been some, you know, a little bit of a disdain among some people that, okay, fine, this is, you know, still sort of an appointment viewing of sorts. That, okay, I have to plan my day accordingly. Do you feel that it has been, it's a concept that is, you know, still misunderstood, or you feel that, okay, it's probably catching up?
I think
my point is that, you know, Disney plus Hotstar has maximum viewing anyway. So it's, mere hisab se, they can do all the experiments in the world, you know, because all their shows are, you know, almost working. Very, very good, very popular, all the shows are. And it's just 20 episodes. It's not that we've made 100 episodes, so roz ek episode aayega, right? So you just have to wait till the end of the day for another episode, and if you're not okay with that, just wait for 20 days and watch all the episodes together.
Correct.
So I don't think so. It's a very random
and I think it's
also
for the both of the audiences, like the one who wants to, you know, binge a show at once, or for the people who like who are, you know, because in India, like majority of the people, you know, watches television only, so they are wired that way. They're used to it to, you know, watch one episode every day, and also वैसे भी you just can't, you know, see like 20 episodes or 10 episodes in one day. So for that reason, I think this is the best opportunity to just...
I don't mind this at all. It's better than weekly draw, because weekly mein na, sometimes you just forget what happened last week. Every day na, then you have to live with the character, you have to live with the story for 24 hours, and then you say, oh my god, what's going to happen next? I don't mind that feeling, that excitement of people.
Right amount of time, instead of, you know, being prolonged and everything. Fair, that makes sense. And you know, another thing is very interesting is that, you know, there's a pool of content out there, okay? Like literally as we are talking, and as someone who does reviews and everything, I had to watch like 2 shows and 2 films in the last 3-4 days. It gets taxing. It does, right? So what I want to ask you is, amidst all this pool of content out there, it is so difficult to stand out. Even though your streaming platform has that amount of viewership, right? Because you need 5 minutes and the person can switch away.
Absolutely.
Right? With Gunaah, what do you think makes it stand out in that particular sense, that you feel, okay, the person will be there, he will be there, or she will be there?
I think the hero of our show, Gunaah, is the story. And of course, the characters, and all of us have, you know, we've worked really hard and honestly. Be it our team off the camera also, हमने अपना honest काम किया है. But trust me, the hero is the story.
Right.
Like, you know, you really cannot not watch the next episode, what's going to happen next. So that was the biggest weapon with us. And rest, of course, अपना character समझ के आप honestly अपना काम कर दो, तो आप audience के दिल तक पहुँच ही जाओगे.
And I think that obviously what Surbhi said about the story, and the thing is, the story is so, the crazy part about the story is it is so simple, and the way you're gonna unravel all the pages, like why and how did this happen. So in the first episode, you know, you don't have to wait like what is gonna happen next, because the thing is, in the first episode only, you will know that something has happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you will know how did it happen.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's a different
And why
telling.
did it happen?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not like in charo mein se kaun villain, in panchon mein se kaun villain. You will know everything. In the first episode only, you will get the idea that, bhai, this is us, this is something has happened to this guy. But how and why? They were such a great people. They were such, they had such a great bonding.
Correct.
Why did this happen?
Right.
So the telling is so different.
Yeah.
And because, even while I was watching that, because it's been such a long time, we were filming this from January only. So even I was intrigued कि यार अब क्या होगा?
I know.
अब क्या
Trust
होगा?
me, I'm also
अब क्या
watching
होने
the
वाला है?
episodes as a
Yeah.
viewer only. Acha,
Yeah. I am the
like
biggest
my
critic,
expression
yeah.
is also
Right,
like that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
True, fabulous. And also another very interesting thing is I've had a couple of conversations with other actors as well, who's dabbling in both mediums, so to speak. They have interesting takes that shows like Gunaah, even Ashikana for that matter, they are like a cross section for viewers who watch television, who
That's what I
watch
said.
OTT, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what interests me and intrigues me is that how do you manage to crack that cross section? Because at the end of the day, you are still, dabbling with darker concepts with the show, with the concepts and everything, right? How do you make sure, okay, this is the line we don't cross for a viewer who is so used to television viewing as well?
Yeah.
So, do you all have any take on that?
Yes, absolutely, yaar. It was a little, challenging for all of us, like while we were doing Ashikana also. So it was an experiment, by the way. Is it gonna work or not? Is it gonna work or not? But it just did wonders.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, the content we were showing on Disney Plus Hotstar, we were not sure like how people are gonna accept this, how people are gonna accept a heroine, and how people are gonna accept this kind of story.
Right.
And same with Gunaah, I think it is still a challenge for all of us, and I think now people have adapted this different kind of narrative and different kind of shows that they want to consume, because nowadays there are plenty of like OTT content, and you can
Absolutely.
just tap, and you're gonna be in Turkey, you're gonna be in Istanbul, you can just watch whatever you want. But this is something, I think this is a change, and this is something that you're not looking out for a hero, for a heroine,
Right.
because this time you are watching this show for the story, because that is the great part about this show. Yeah.
Correct. Would you like to add to that?
I don't think that much. If I'm convinced with a show, if I'm convinced with the character, I just become a common person who I am, and if I'm going to watch this show, I am liking the story, people are also going to like it. That's it. Because again, there is so much of competition.
Yeah.
Things are not in anybody's hands, Janta Janardhan is there for a reason. So let's just let them do their job. You just do your job nicely, and that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the final questions, you mentioned that, been a while, you mentioned it's not about the platform, it's not about the medium, and you also mentioned that, there are good TV shows, there are bad TV shows, there is good OTT, there is bad OTT. Absolutely fair. What has been the kind of television show lately which is, spoke to you the most? It's not necessary that, you think, हाँ ये मैं करती तो अच्छा होता, but one of those things that spoke to you the most.
देखो, एक तो ऐसा कोई भी शो मुझे पर्सनली नहीं लगा कि शायद अगर ये मैं करती तो अच्छा होता, जो कर रहा है वो अच्छा है, बट अभी थोड़ी देर से ऑफ लेटली आई डोंट हैव मच connection with many TV shows. Probably I didn't get time because we were filming this show.
Right.
और जब भी मुझे time मिलता है, I just watch Friends. That's my go-to thing to watch.
That's our go-to thing to watch.
Yeah, one of the
viewing.
basic things that we've connected, initial things we've connected on.
Friends.
Yeah, and I was like, I am a big
The buff, yeah.
buff.
Yeah.
And then he said, then we cross-examine
Then
each other, and we both won.
We were like playing with the dialogues. And
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah.
And gestures and everything. And I
If
was
we
like,
had
yeah,
time,
okay.
we could have a separate segment
Absolutely.
altogether.
All
for
the
that.
friends, correct, right.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, so probably off lately मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं देखा जिसके बारे में I can
But I'm
talk.
sure Zayn is going to convince you to watch his show soon.
I'm gonna, because Nia is also again
Yeah,
a
Exactly,
friend.
Nia is a
Absolutely.
friend, right?
So yeah, I'm gonna watch it for sure. Yeah.
Fabulous, fabulous. Just the final thing, and on a much lighter note, I had a sort of a thing, a little bit of segment prepared that, because the show is called Gunaah, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll give you some situations where you feel, is this Gunaah or will this the Maafi?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you think this is a Gunaah? And like, tell, theek hai, Maafi.
Cool.
All right. So, firstly, some of the first thing is something which is extremely, that's kind of thing people keep thinking. is this or is this not, coming to it, checking your partner's phone.
Gunaah.
Gunaah.
Big time
Yeah.
Gunaah.
Big time, right?
It's a very unnecessary thing, unnecessary Gunaah.
Exactly,
to do.
like why?
Yeah. Seriously, yeah.
Exactly. Next, healthy flirting with others while still being in a relationship.
I think healthy relationship doesn't have a measurement. So
Yeah.
I don't understand what are the parameters of this is healthy. Oh, now it's not.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know. For me, majorly it's Gunaah
Yeah.
only.
It's obviously, yeah, it depends like what kind of a person you are. If you're comfortable that if your spouse or your boyfriend, your girlfriend does that, if she's okay, if you are okay that she's also
Because
doing the same thing,
आपका और उनका
then I think
healthy
it's
भी तो
okay.
match करना
Match करना
चाहिए.
चाहिए.
If you know I'm
Exactly.
talking and having a great time with my co-actor, for my partner that can be flirting.
You're right.
absolutely.
You're right.
That's why it's
Makes sense.
everybody's individual choice.
Correct. Fair. Responding to ex's message in the most casual manner.
Absolute Gunaah. Unnecessary ruckus मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं life में. No.
Out. Khatam matlab
Khatam,
out.
zero. Gunaah.
You?
I think it depends on the situation. Like if there is a demand, if there is a situation,
Yeah.
and you really need to, I think, talk or something. If there is an emergency, so I think that is not a Gunaah. Otherwise, you know, I think fooling someone, fooling your
Yeah.
partner
Of
and
course.
talking to them is
That's
a
a
Gunaah.
straight up Gunaah.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
nah,
a
If
straight
I
up
bumped into an ex, then of course I'm not going to
Hi,
ignore.
hello. Hi,
Yeah,
of
obviously.
course.
Messaging, please.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Correct. Cancelled a plan with your partner because your friends called you.
Never happened.
Maafi.
Maafi?
Yeah.
I think I don't
Friends
know.
are equally important for me. Yeah.
I think for me it's Gunaah.
Ah, nice.
You are in a strict relationship. It's Maafi, yeah.
Right. If somebody wakes you up right in the middle of your sweet sleep, and it's probably the worst possible thing.
Gunaah. I love my sleep so much. Please don't wake me up ever.
I think I am used to that.
Really?
Oh my God, no. It's Gunaah for me. Yeah.
Right, okay. Not complimenting your partner even if there's the slightest change in their wardrobe.
I think that's Gunaah. Yeah.
That
You
is
should
Gunaah.
compliment.
That is
You should
Gunaah?
just
Yeah.
compliment.
Like you have to
small
notice, there is
details.
no way that you can miss those tiny details.
Correct.
You have
Yeah.
details, you know, details.
Devil is in the
Devil is
detail.
Devil is in the
details,
detail,
absolutely.
exactly.
You have to just make sure to
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
No, you have to be diligent.
Yeah.
आज बाल कम है, आज बाल haircut कर,
Absolutely.
because haircut is something you never are able to decode.
Yeah, no, correct.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Yeah.
Fair.
You have to, no matter what.
Right. A couple of final ones. All ready and decked up, ready to go somewhere, but you end up spending for an hour on reels and social media.
Maafi.
Maafi?
That's Gunaah for me.
For me, it's Maafi. If you're having fun, social media is for fun.
Yeah.
It's fine. Maafi.
Of course. Just two more. One is leaving a wet towel on the bed.
Gunaah.
Gunaah hai ye.
It's
It
the
is
worst
Gunaah.
thing. It's the worst possible
Yeah.
The
thing.
worst possible thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And of course, finally, not watching Gunaah on Hotstar.
Absolute Gunaah.
Absolute
सबसे
Gunaah,
बड़ा
guys.
Gunaah.
इस गुनाह की माफी नहीं है.
इस गुनाह की माफी नहीं
इस गुनाह की कोई माफी
इस
नहीं है.
क्वेश्चन में माफी का ऑप्शन भी
माफी
नहीं
का
है.
option भी नहीं है.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much. I had
you.
an absolute fun time
Same.
talking with
Likewise,
you.
buddy, likewise.
And all the best. I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait to watch the rest of it.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
so
you
much.
better.
Thank you so much.
Of course, absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.